Welcome to Computer Aided Drug Design Add-on Certificate course. In the last class, we learned about how to select a protein and its characterization for docking. Today, we are going to learn how to split the chains and ligands in the selected protein and then docking with Argus Lab. So, first, you need to install Schrodinger Mastro, Avogadro, and Argus Lab. You may have got the setup for the softwares, so you have to install it in D or E. When you download it from mail, it will be in your downloads folder, so copy it to E, D or F, and then here I have copied it in a folder named setup. So these have the setups of Argus Lab, Avogadro and Mastro. So what you have to do is that first you have to unzip the folders. Okay, Argus Lab, right click and then extract. Okay, so this is the setup for Argus Lab. So before proceeding to the installation, you have to create a new folder, Argus Lab, in the installed folder as we have done when installing Marvin Sketch. Okay, Argus Lab folder. Here I have already made one. So this is the my folder. Now you have to go to the setup and then double click on it. Yes. Next. Accept the license agreement and next. There is no need to give the name or you can give, it's not mandatory. Okay, next. Then you have to browse your folder to the newly created folder. Okay, it's in E, installed Argus Lab. Okay, then next. It will take some seconds. Okay, it's installed, then finish. Okay, now by this way create folders for Mastro and Avogadro in the installed folder. Okay, then do these steps. Okay, for uh, Mastro and Avogadro, unzip it and then install it and browse the for corresponding folders. Okay, while installing, whether you mistakenly uh, browse the C drive. So for Mastro, you should be very careful. It should not go to C. All others, it's okay, fine. Mastro is a very huge software. It is very computationally demanding. So make sure it is not installed in C. It should be installed in some other drives, D, E or F. Okay, it's compulsory. Otherwise, your lab or a system may get crashed. Okay, after installing these three softwares, you have to open Mastro. It will be here. Okay, this is the icon for Mastro. So you have to double click it and it will take some time. Installation of Mastro also will take some time, some 15 to 20 minutes it will take. And opening will also take some 5 minutes. Okay, so this will be shown at first and then after loading this will come. Okay, this is the Mastro workspace. Okay, Mastro is a visualization only software of the paid software Schrodinger. It is its academic version, so it can be used to view the jobs done using Schrodinger or some other software. Okay, so now you have to copy the downloaded protein, that is 6WTM, from PDB to your working folder. So here I have created a folder doc and then uh, I have copied the protein to here. So now in Mastro, click on file, import structures, select your working folder. So my folder is in desktop, so I can select desktop. If your folder is somewhere else, you can use the home directory to go to downloads, documents, etc., and my computer to go to the drives. Okay, so here it is in desktop, doc 6wtm.pdb, open. Okay, now this is your protein. Okay, so your protein appears here. Now, here are two types of selections, a circle and an entry selection. When you select the circle, that molecule will be shown in the workspace. This is a workspace. This is the entry selection. So, if you want to do any option like saving, merging, splitting, etc., you should select this way. It should be more clear when there are many molecules. Okay, let us see. So here from the PDB, we saw that the protein has two similar chains A and B. So only one chain is required for docking. So the first step you should do is to split the chains A and B. Okay. For that, right click, split by chain. So two chains will be coming here, and chain A and chain B. So here when you look at, both the circles are selected. That means the workspace contains both chain A and chain B, and also both the entries are selected, chain A and chain B. Here this blue color. Okay, that means if you right click and do any of these options, it will be applicable to both these chains, okay, or protein. Okay, now what we have to do is that if you click on this only, chain A will be shown here, and click on chain B, it will only be shown here. Okay, uh, then this is a workspace, and here you can scroll. You can use the scrolling button to zoom in and out just by scrolling, and pressing and dragging the scrolling button, it will rotate. Okay, and pressing and dragging the right mouse button, it will move, and pressing the left button, it will select the atoms. Okay, it is selected. Okay, if you want to unselect it, click somewhere else. Okay, fine. Now if you want to do any option in this workspace, this circle should be selected. Okay, the other molecule will not be affected when you do the operations by selecting this in the workspace. Okay, then you can change the background here for taking screenshots of images for publications or some projects. You can change the background. Here is the option, this plus sign is option, and then you can select white, gray, etc. So just select white and take the screenshot or print screen, and you can use it in your papers. Okay, now you can change the appearance from here, presets or style, by using ball and stick, it will change to ball and stick model. Then ligand sites, it will change to cartoon. Okay, most probably this type of structures are given in papers. Here it is, here some surface is there, so you can see the surface and the grooves in the protein structure. So going back again to cartoon, it will change to cartoon, and then ribbons, it will change to ribbons. Master default, it will go back to the original structure. Okay, whatever you want you can change. Now uh, in the PDB, it is seen that both A chain and B chain of the same 3Cl pro protein. So you can either select chain A or chain B according to your convenience. So I'm selecting chain A here, and then you have to right click it and split into ligands, water or other. Okay, in this there is no bound ligand. Okay, Then there are these red colored dots indicates the presence of water molecules. That's not required for docking. So selecting this is the raw protein. There is no water molecule or ligand in it. Okay, so in this both of these are selected by this way. Okay, so when you try to export the save format in Mastro is export. Okay, if you export the structures, since both of them are selected, both of them will be exported. So we want only raw protein, so select this only, and right click and select export structures, and then select your folder. And now you have two options. Either you can give files by extension, then you have to type your file name dot the format. For docking we need pdb format, protein data bank format, or else other option is you can select the format here, pdb. Okay, then you need only to give the name. Okay, then change this as, make sure this is export each entry individually. Okay, it will be like that, but please cross check it. Okay, save. So our protein is ready for docking. Now what you have to do is you have to draw the structure of the ligand in Marvin sketch. Okay, that we have already discussed in the previous classes. So we can go to Marvin sketch. This is Marvin sketch. Now since I have taken the structure of main protease of coronavirus, we have read that hydroxychloroquine is effective for inhibiting the activity of coronavirus, or it is proven to uh, not proven, it's identified to inhibit the main protease enzymes in various literatures. So I have taken hydroxychloroquine for docking. So the structure of hydroxychloroquine is, there is a quinoline ring, no, sorry. Okay, this is the structure of hydroxychloroquine. So then you have to clean the structure in 2D. For docking, we require 3D structures. So here is the option clean in 3D. And then you have to add the explicit hydrogens. Okay, then you can save it as pdb file. Here is some addition. Okay, file, save as pdb format. You have to select protein data bank and name it is hydroxychloroquine or HCQ, and then click on save. Okay, now you have to minimize this structure. It's not minimized, so you have to open Avogadro. Avogadro, you have already installed it at the first step of this class, and then you have to go to file, open, and open the structure. Then go to extensions and optimize geometry. You can give 2 to 3 times. Okay, then file, save. Okay, close it, and then you have to open Argus Lab. Okay, in the Argus lab, you have to first open the protein file, means the protein chain A or chain B as you have said. File, open, change this format to PDB, Brookhaven PDB files, and then here is the chain A protein. Okay, don't select the initial protein, the chain you have to select. Open, then either double click this protein or else there is a plus sign here, just click on that. Okay, then go to residues, just double click or click on the plus charge, amino acid. So these are the amino acids. Now here you have to select the active site residue. So we know the active site residues are histidine 41 and cysteine 145. Here it is given in the alphabetical order of the amino acids. So you can select histidine 41 or cysteine 145. So I'm selecting histidine 41. So while selecting, it will become visible in yellow. So then right click on it, and then there are two options: make a ligand group from this residue and make a group from this residue. So as we know, this is not the ligand group, so you have to select make a group from this residue, and then select binding site, click on OK. Okay, your binding site has been identified. Now you have to open the ligand file. File, open, your ligand file is here, open. Then coming down, you will see the ligand HCQ. So you have to click on the plus or double click on the HCQ, and then residues. Atoms you can see here, so it's not here necessary. So you can click on the minus here, and then residues, miscellaneous 0 UNK. The entire molecule will be selected, and then right click on it, and then make a ligand group from this residue. Okay, so our protein and ligand are ready for docking. So go to calculation. In calculation, a lot of options are available. You can check it out by using the tutorials. Tutorials are available, so you can do more things about Argus lab using this. So now for the time being, we are going to dock the ligand. So in the calculation, select dock a ligand. Okay, you don't have to change anything. It should be in the default parameters, and then click start. Don't click OK, it will not run. Then you have to again repeat the calculation. Okay, click on start. Okay, here it will be showing the thicknesses. Okay, the best ligand pose energy is minus 7.13598 kilocalorie per mole. It is the binding energy obtained by docking the hydroxychloroquine on the active site of this main protease enzyme. Okay, it will be shown here, and it will be in an output file will be created in your working folder. So when you open it, you can see the results. You can read it out. And now here when we looking 149 poses of the ligand has been uh, identified, and the best pose has the energy of minus 7.13598 kilocalorie per mole, and this is the final binding energy. So you can do with many compounds with the same targets, either using different non-similar compounds, or you can change the functional groups and analyze how binding energy changes with the structure. In some cases, we can see that in here it will show like no poses are found, and in the output file also there will not be any energy, no poses are not, no poses are found will be there. Okay, it means that the Argus lab couldn't find any apt conformations of ligand at the active site. But when you redo the docking with the same protein and the same ligand in some higher softwares like Autodoc, Glide, etc., you may get some binding energy value. That is because Argus Lab uses some minor algorithms for finding the pauses. So all the pauses cannot be identified by it. Okay, that's one of the drawbacks of Argus Lab. That is, this software Argus Lab can be used to study the basics of docking and to do some BSc projects or some comparative dockings of various softwares, etc. Okay, so while docking with some target, the compound with the least binding energy or the higher negative value, least binding energy means the negative value will be higher. Okay, the compound with the least binding energy or that with the highest negative value will be more active. That is, compound with a binding energy of -10 or -9 will be more active towards the target than any compound with -5 or -6. Okay, so -6, usually -6 and below means -6, -7, -8 can be taken as good. Less than that, it will be taken as a good value of binding energy. And the higher the negative value of binding energy, higher the energy released during the docking. So negative value means exothermic reaction. So the energy will be, will be a huge release in energy, and the more stable the docked complex. That's theory that we have discussed earlier. Okay, so each time when you do docking, a separate folder like this. Here it is a dock folder. So if you do another docking, you have to create another folder. Okay, or another subfolders in the main folder. We should be created because the output file, this out file will be created using your protein name or ligand name. So to identify easily, use separate folders. Okay, so for example, when you do 3 docking, make 3 different subfolders and copy your protein to all those softwares, means all those folders, and then draw the structures of ligands, 3 different ligands in Marvin sketch, and minimize using Avogadro, and then save in corresponding folders. Okay, give the folder name of 1 to 3 or your ligand name, then it will be easily identified. So while doing the assignment, take some 5 to 10 compounds and dock it with the same target and report their binding energy, and identify the best one among them. And then you can also elucidate how binding energy changes with the structures or various substitutional changes along with the protein characterization results. Okay, hope you got an idea about docking with Argus Lab. In the next class, we will learn about Autodock. Thank you.